Hello, my name's Ashley, this is Faithful Rattos, and welcome or welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to tell you why I don't give out my rat mix recipe, even though I get asked to do so quite a lot in the comments, in my DMs and everywhere else on the internet. And the reason why I don't give out my recipe for my rat mix is very simple. And that's because I don't think it's actually that helpful. The principles behind the mix, the why, the guidelines and the rules and why they are what they are, I find is much more important for people to understand so that they are better equipped to make their mix on their own. The Shunammite diet, which I follow, which was created by Alison Campbell a couple of decades ago, is based on a rat's needs, its foraging needs and its nutritional needs, and the science and the math behind it has already been worked out. So once you follow the principles, it's very simple and very easy, and it allows you to make the changes that you want to make for your mix as and when you need to. If I were to just give you a recipe, this is a recipe that I follow, one, it would be a little bit like lying because I don't follow the same recipe every time. And two, I don't think it's helpful for you to learn what ingredients you can use, to learn what ingredients you and your rats like to use, for you to learn how to tweak the recipe for different needs of your rats. So for example, if you have bucks and you have older bucks, you're going to want to use less wheat products and less products that are high in phosphorus and high protein content. But if I were to just give you a recipe outright, you wouldn't be able to learn those things. So in understanding the principles of the Shunammite diet, you are able to better make mix and adapt it for you and your rat's needs. The basis of the mix is very, very, very simple. It's based on volume and each scoop is worth about 5% of the mix. Half of the mix that you create is a base mix. So this can be straight grains. So this is whole grains, things like buckwheat, oat, etc. It can also be mixes like I use. So horse conditioning mixes, rabbit mixes, pigeon mixes. You want to have a variety of ingredients, and I personally think that these three types of mix balance each other out with their pros and cons. I like horse mixes for coat condition, but they don't have a wholly great food profile when it comes to rats, and that's why I like to use the rabbit mix and the pigeon mixes. And I think the rabbit and the pigeon mixes balance each other out in terms of ingredients, as rabbit mixes tend to have a lot of pea flakes and pigeon mixes tend to have a lot of whole corn. So that makes up 10 scoops of your mix, or about 10 scoops. Then the next biggest section is processed grains. So this is things like cereals, rice cakes, anything like that, and that is 5 scoops. Then you have 2 scoops of protein, 2 scoops of herbs and veg, and 1 scoop of seeds. There is so much variety you can pack into your mix by using a variety of ingredients in each section that I don't feel it's important for me to tell you exactly what I use. I often recommend my favourite ingredients to people and I say why I like to use them, but I don't feel that giving you a recipe helps you to learn the principles very well. If you're interested in learning more about the principles, I do have a video on my channel telling you how to make this type of mix. I actually have 2, an older one and a more recent one. I recommend you watch the recent one, but you can learn so much, and if you want to learn more, you can also read The Scuttling Gourmet by Alison Campbell. So yeah, that's why I don't give out my recipe, because I think it's much more helpful for you to learn the principles. And the principles are super easy once you get your head around them, and it allows you much more freedom in making your mix. I hope that was helpful, and I hope to see you in future videos. Thanks very much for watching. Bye!